This is Coyote News.
And welcome back. In the return leg against SDSU, the Coyotes stood on different footing from their matchups back in January. For the women, it's the Summit League regular season championship title was on the line. The Coyotes handed the Jacks their worst loss in Summit League play in 11 years in last month's game. And the Yotes would fire out quick here. Early in the first quarter, Chloe Lamb gets the ball in the corner and knocks down the three. USD goes up quickly by 12 points. But the Jacks would regain their footing as Tori Nelson puts on the post move and is able to drop in the baseline shot. At the end of the first, USD only holds a 3-point lead as these two went back and forth. The Yotes would start to maintain the lead as Hannah Shervin is able to put on the post move, and that's 2 for her. USD opens up the gap a bit more, getting a 9-point lead at halftime. Jacks make up some ground as Tegan Larson gets the offensive board and makes 2 of her 18 on the night. State gains a bit back on the Yotes, down 7 after 3 quarters, but it's no problem for the Coyotes as they create enough space with help from Taylor Frederick. USD sweeps the Jacks on the season, winning 77-67. The win gives the Yotes the regular season title, and with the new coaches poll out, the Coyotes are ranked 12th in the nation. That's the highest a Summit League team has ever been ranked in a nationwide poll. The Coyote men coming into their game against the Jacks could reach no higher than 3rd in the Summit League, hoping to snap a 2-game losing streak. It didn't look good for them, however, as Doug Wilson creates space underneath and throws down the dunk. Wilson dealt with an injury throughout the game, but still scored 20. Later on, it's Matt Dinglinger turns to attack the basket, able to get around the defense for 2. Jacks quickly take charge and are up early in the first half. However, the Yotes would come right back as Brandon Armstrong gets space to nail a 3 to give USD some momentum. Coyotes would rally and grab a 2-point lead at halftime. The game would turn into a slugfest, both teams going back and forth. For the Yotes, it's Tristan Simpson with a crucial and 1, able to keep the Jacks a few points back midway through the second half. But the bench would be the key for SDSU, as Noah Fardell comes on, pulls up for a 3, and knocks it down. Fardell would have 26 points for the Jacks, as they pull back to win 85-80. The loss extended the Coyotes' streak to 3 games, splitting their series with the Jacks on the season. As the women win the Summit League's regular season title, and as the men fall in their 3rd straight game, both teams take away different lessons from Brookings. Coyote News' Cooper Seamer recaps where both teams sit after this weekend's games.
After the dust settles in Brookings from this weekend's game, there's a message to take away for each Coyote basketball team. For the women, head coach Don Plitzelwhite says it's that perseverance is the key to success moving forward.
I think it's a special group of young ladies that really find ways to continue to compete, and with that, they're a hungry group. They're a group that cares an awful lot, and they care not about themselves and their stats or their playing time. They care about continuing to get better and finding ways for our team to get better.
After beating their opponents by an average of 30 more points in the Summit League, save for last weekend against Oral Roberts, the Coyotes have been dominating Summit League play. Saturday's win against SDSU shows that USD is still on top of the league, but senior guard Kira Duffy knows that one slip-up this time of the year could mean a disappointing end to a successful season.
I think, sometimes those, well-placed, really close games that kind of keep you on your toes, it reminds us of the intensity that we need to come out with every single game, and it's definitely, been some good reminders for us, and I think we're going to take that with us against UND next week and then into the Summit League tournament.
For the men, however, their 3rd straight loss means that tournament time will be an uphill battle, though head coach Todd Lee says the team is more confident than ever.
Our guys believe that we can beat anybody, which, we've shown other than North Dakota State. We lost by 2 and 3 to them, and everybody else we've beaten. So, it's a senior group. They're mature. They understand we're playing for a lot on Saturday.
Close losses to NDSU when the Jacks locked the Coyotes out of the first day of play in the Summit League, capping them at a 3 seed. But Lee believes that if the Yotes can make it to the semifinals, they'll be able to give anyone they face a battle.
We can beat anybody in the league, and I don't think that this is pretty wide open. I know State and North Dakota State are the 2 best teams right now, and they record-wise and how they're playing. But we can play with anybody.
Both teams return to action on Saturday against North Dakota in Vermillion, their final games of the regular season. For Coyote News, I'm Cooper Seamer.